Oh, hey, everybody out in podcast land. This is Michael with the Friends of Zeus podcast. And I'd like to introduce you to tonight's episode. We're talking about TV shows from our youth. And we think you'll enjoy it. So sit back, grab some popcorn, and please enjoy this very special episode of the Friends of Zeus podcast.
Dash stretch denims. It's wild the way they let you move.
Hello and welcome to the Friends of Zeus podcast. This is episode I don't even know, but I'm not sure if it matters because it's labeled right there at the bottom of your screen.
Boom.
What is it, Mike?
Use your eyes.
253.
It is 253.
253.
Okay, so this is episode 253. This is the Friends of Zeus podcast without Zeus because Zeus had to work this evening. We all have jobs, and
JOBs.
he got stuck. So we gotta somehow persevere without our fearless leader. But I'm going to steer the ship. This is Hot Carl, also known as. We should just stick with just. I thought I changed it to just Carl.
Carl.
Oh, okay, Carl.
Yeah, I want to lose the formality of the Hot Carl.
Yeah,
I think we're past that.
Yeah.
Carl, have you seen llamas? Hold on. I think they're llamas like with no hands or something. I don't know.
Carl, what did you do?
Me? I didn't do this.
Explain what happened, Carl.
I've never seen him before in my life.
Why did you kill this person, Carl?
I do not kill people. That is my least favorite thing to do.
Tell me, Carl, exactly what you were doing before I got home.
All right. Well, I was upstairs.
Okay.
I was sitting in my room.
Yes.
Reading a book.
Go on.
And this guy walked in.
Okay.
So I went up to him.
Yes.
And I stabbed him 37 times in the chest.
Carl, that kills people.
Wow. I didn't know that.
How could you not know that?
Yeah, I'm in the wrong here. I suck.
What happened to his hands?
What's that?
His hands. Why are they missing?
Well, I kind of cooked them up and ate them.
Look at what your participating Carvel store has this year. Yes, Santa Claus, and he has a helper, Cookie Puss, of course. He's delivering a gift for Santa Claus. Would you like to see Cookie Puss or Santa Claus? I'm sure the children would love to see Cookie Puss. Please go to your participating Carvel ice cream store or phone the number that you see here, 1-800-327-GIFT. We honor most major credit cards. Thank you, folks. Have a happy holiday.
It's on YouTube.
Llamas?
I'm gonna have to look.
Hold on.
Carl.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you've never seen it. But
I know I haven't.
it's like a guy and a girl llama. Like I don't really know what their relationship between them are, but like there's the boy llama's name is Carl, and so Carl's always doing some fuck shit. So like one time, like every time he does a thing, like one pretty well-known episode is he eats hands, like he just eats a bunch of hands.
Oh.
And she just goes, Carl.
Okay,
It's
now
funny.
I have to look for this.
Yeah, I gotta
All right.
look. Carl.
I'm gonna look.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
Google
look at this.
Carl the llama and see what
Carl.
comes up.
All right.
Anyway, so there's a lot going on in the world, and not all of it's good. And we cover politics a lot, and we just, it's my turn, and I didn't want to. It's as simple as that.
Yes. Good idea.
So if you've ever looked back at episodes of this show, we've done episodes like our favorite records, our favorite albums. We've done the best soundtracks to movies. We've done movies that had an impact on us. So we like to go around this way. You, the viewer, maybe you have some fun with the conversation. Maybe you learn more about us. And so what I wanted to talk about today is television and how we in our lives experience television. And basically to do that, I want to find out, when you look back at your life, your childhood, your teens, and your 20s, okay, because we're not there anymore. We're not even close. But when you look back, I consider myself partially raised by the television. I watched a lot of television growing up. I don't know if you guys did, but it just seems like not only was it always on, whether it was my house or my grandmother's or whatever, but like I would park myself in front of it for certain shows, like regularly. Like I would watch the same show, or I would tune in if it was being aired live. I would tune in. I'd look forward to the new episode. If it was in syndication, I might find myself watching it every night,
Yeah.
even though I've seen it. Like it, and so I wanted to see if anybody else had experiences like that growing up. If you had basically shows, if you look back and you're like, oh yeah, I watched the hell out of that show. Then that's kind of what I'm looking for us to list here. So I asked Desiree and Mike to come up with their 10, what you would consider like, you'd have to look back and say, I guess these were my 10 favorites growing up because I watched them all the time. Now I don't have to start. I can send it one your way. Desiree, you want to go first, or Mike?
No,
Oh,
You want? Okay, you want me to go first? Should I go first?
sure.
do you want to go second, Desiree, or do you want me to
I
go
can go
second?
second. It's okay.
Okay, so Carl, so we'll go counterclockwise.
Llamas with Hats is by the way what that show is called. Llama
Okay.
on
hats.
YouTube. Llamas
With
with Llamas
hats.
with hats.
With hats. All right.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
so Mike, are you first, or you want me to go?
I think you go, and then we'll go counterclockwise.
Okay.
So I'll go second.
Okay, awesome. All right, so this is kind of silly. This goes back to childhood. This goes back to coming home from, well, a lot of these are coming home from school, but this one really reminds me of not only that, but specifically, I remember like those days where like you were home sick, you had a fever, mom didn't send you to school. Maybe you pretended to be sick and you pulled it off and you got to stay home. But in general, I remember watching reruns of this show every day. For some reason, I love this show, and it's a dumb show. Apparently, it aired originally from 64 to 67.
Wow.
There were
Wow.
only 3 seasons of the show. So I definitely saw every episode on a loop because it was always I just, if it was on, I'd watch the whole thing. I could quote the lines. My friends could quote, like we all watched it. And that show was Gilligan's Island.
Oh, man. Was it really only on for three years?
Yes.
Wow.
It was a 3-season tour.
I mean, look, I'm with you. I mean, I watched that show because it was just ubiquitous. It seemed like it was always on.
Yep.
In our town, it was on the UHF station, Channel 45 in Baltimore. But they would run it all the time, and it was just such a, it's a cool show. I mean, there's a
It's
reason it's popular. You can just fall right into it.
Yeah, no, and I remember like there sometimes the old ones would pop up, the ones that were in black and white.
Wow, I don't even
Yeah,
remember
they were
those.
like there originally it was black and white, and when they sang the theme song, they didn't say the Professor and Mary Ann. It would just say "and the rest." Like
Wow.
they were left out of the song.
They weren't even in the song.
They didn't show their faces. They didn't get credit in the beginning. They were just there.
And probably arguably two of the most popular characters as
Yes,
far as when people say,
the Professor and Mary Ann,
yeah,
definitely played by Russell Johnson and Dawn Wells.
Dawn Wells. And she just passed recently, I
I
think.
think she did. I think she
I
did. So
think we
that's
gave
my
her a shout out on this podcast too.
Zeus is always bringing up the dead people. So
Yeah.
maybe that happened. But that's my number one. And it's not; these are not in order at
Yeah,
all.
we're not doing any of these in order.
No.
If you could buy a $1,200 piano for $600, you'd do it, right? Well, you can during Jack Kahn's drastic year-end piano and organ clearance. Our 6 stores are packed with hundreds of one-of-a-kind buys, clearly marked with these special tags. Red means 50% off our regular price tag. Green means 40% off, and yellow 30% off. There's so much to choose from, you'll have to squeeze through our crowded floors, and it's worth it. But hurry, when the year's over, the sale's over.
I was overweight and looked terrible, but AIDS helped me lose 46 pounds.
The AIDS diet plan helped me lose 28 pounds.
AIDS helps control your appetite so you lose weight. Yet AIDS lets you taste, chew, and enjoy. And the appetite suppressant in AIDS is not a stimulant.
AIDS helped me to lose 18 pounds, and it doesn't contain anything to make me nervous.
Question: why take diet pills when you can enjoy AIDS? AIDS helps you lose weight without making you jittery.
So, Mike, you're up. What's one that
So-
you definitely could consider
Yeah,
one
I
of
mean,
your top 10?
I'm just picking again, not in any particular order, but when Carl mentioned doing this episode, it was like the first one that popped into my mind. It was like low hanging fruit, and that's the Muppet Show, which you can
Oh,
see
yeah.
here. And this show, I remember it coming on Sunday evenings. I think it came on at like 6 or something. I'm not sure. I mean, at least in my town. And there's another show on my list that I watched right after this one. But this show was a classic 70s variety show in that it was in the old style of, again, like a variety show like Laugh-In or the Carol Burnett Show or something like that, where the Muppets are
Yeah.
putting on a show and they would have like a guest every week. And the guests would be, people that were in the culture, at that time, Vincent Price. I don't think Johnny Carson ever ever was on it, but it was like actors, actresses, musicians, John Denver, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was a well done show. Jim Henson, I think, was at the top of his game, and I like the movies too, but I think the original show, I with the critics, and I mean, it just doesn't get any better than that. I mean, it's
No,
just a great show.
I remember watching it as well. And for some reason you mentioned it. I remember what would lead up to that, at least where I lived, was the Carol Burnett Show.
Oh,
Like that was
yeah.
on first and I think it was, like you said, Sunday night, and Carol Burnett Show was on, which, I didn't really get it or understand it, but it made me laugh anyway, because she was like all these characters and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I remember liking the Muppet Show a lot too. So yeah, I mean, I could see being a little kid, like I don't remember being super into it, but I remember like watching it, like definitely, and liking it.
At that age, I was into it. All right, Des, you're
I
up.
hate the Muppets. I hate
Oh,
them.
now? Yeah, I don't like them as much
No,
now.
I don't like them. Like, I don't like the Muppets. I don't like a Chuck E. Cheese. I don't like.
That's totally, yeah, that's different.
It's the animatronic type puppet. I don't like it.
Does it give you the heebie-jeebies?
It gives me the creeps, and I don't like it. And
I
yeah,
get it.
it's really,
I get it. I can see it.
yeah, Craig and I were talking about the Muppets, like, because anyway, he was like, I can't believe you're like, well, you're weird, you don't like the Muppets. And I'm like, they're like scary to me. Like, I don't like them.
They can be creepy. I'll give you that. And inappropriate at times, but.
So, not to like, rain on your parade or anything. But,
no, that's fine. That's fine.
So let me preface this for a minute. Okay, so I don't watch TV.
Mm-hmm.
I joke with people, and I say that I don't watch TV because I'm Amish. I'm not Amish, but I don't. Again, I have an attention span that's about this big, and it's always been like that. Like, I can't. So, I mean, I don't even remember. I never really was a TV watcher.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Some of these shows aren't going to be like the popular ones that you would think that I would probably say.
That's fine.
But yeah. So the first one that I have on my list, and these are obviously not in order. I skipped like the cartoons, because I think I watched some of those. But Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Okay.
Did you guys ever watch that?
I was very aware of it, and I probably saw some of the episodes, and I didn't have a good or bad opinion. I liked Will Smith, just as a I mean, he's pretty charming dude, but I didn't watch it all the time, but I remember it. It was kind of a big deal when it was on.
Yeah, I remember it being a big deal, and just like you, Mike, I may have seen an episode here or there, you know what I mean? Somebody else might have it on, but I never, it wasn't like must-see TV for me. Like I didn't go after it, and I don't remember watching a lot of it.
What years was Fresh Prince of Bel Air? Like,
I feel like that's gotta be
mid-90s, early 90s?
I thought it was like maybe
It's
late
80s?
Early 90s maybe.
All right, well,
let's consult Google.
Yeah, let's see.
I mean,
Fresh Prince.
Will Smith went from,
1990 to 1996.
1996.
Okay.
So he broke through with DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Yeah.
Parents
Yeah.
just don't understand. And
Yeah, that's right.
of course, he did some Halloween song too, and that was like his first thing. And people, again, to have someone who was in hip hop and then be on a TV show and have a show be that big, that I don't think had ever happened before.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
now they call it the crossover, right? Like it's a
yeah,
thing. It's like
now
if
it's
you
a
can go
thing.
from one genre to another or one medium to another or one audience to another. You know what I mean? Like if like let's say you have a black artist and it's huge in that community and all of a sudden they're in a show that's totally popular with the whole country,
Yep.
then it's like, oh wow, okay, that person made the jump or whatever.
And it's weird. I can't believe I'm like white knighting for Will Smith right now because I know he's got his own issues, but it
Oh,
is
he's a
pretty
mess.
incredible. I mean, the guy's got charisma, and to go from music to TV to movies and be incredibly successable in all of those, that is unusual because he
Yeah.
became
To
a
punch in
legit
Chris
action
Rock,
star. Yeah, I know.
laying him
No,
out.
and it's amazing too because when and to have that kind of success in your life and still be kind of a mess the way he is, like in
Yeah,
everything, every interview I see with him, and he's got that crazy wife with the show where she emasculates him. Like
all
the
the
whole thing
time.
is
I know.
terrible.
I don't get that whole
The Red
thing,
Yeah,
Table
man.
Talks or whatever it's called.
yeah,
Yeah.
Red Table, that was it. Yeah.
So I
Uh,
think one of the weird, I don't know what the word is, but so when I moved, so I currently live in Bel Air. This is
you
the
Really?
mean
city I
at the
live in.
time?
I know I
Oh,
currently right
oh,
now
oh,
live
in
in
Bel Air,
the
like the
city that
town,
I live in is named. I
Bel
mean, I
Air,
live in Wichita, but it's Bel Air.
Bel Air. Yep,
So
That's
it's just weird.
hilarious.
yep.
Just yeah, it just worked
The
out that way.
fresh days of Bel Air.
Fresh days of Bel Air.
All
Hey,
right.
All right, so my next one, I'll stick with the early years here, I guess. The next one where I live, okay, because then the next few belong in the same category because basically where I live, there was a channel that aired the same shows in syndication every weeknight, and they were on late. The first one came on at 11 p.m.
Wow.
Then you had 11:30. Then you had one at 12, which was an hour long show, and then one at 1. And I swear to God, I had insomnia my whole life, and I would stay up most nights and watch all four of these shows, like on the regular. Like most nights, I would stay up like and watch this, and then I would still like then I'd go to bed, then I'd still get up for school, and so yeah, it is crazy that I look back on that how little sleep I got. But the one that aired first at 11 o'clock, 5 nights a week. This is a show that aired originally from 70 to 75. It only ran for 5 seasons, and I
Wow.
swear it's the best comedy sitcom of all time. There's not one bad episode of it. And that show is The Odd Couple.
Oh man.
Yep,
Yeah.
Tony Randall, Jack Klugman. These two guys, they're opposites. They're both divorced or one's separated, and they
Yeah.
find themselves living together. It's based on a Neil Simon play.
Way better
Um,
than the movies.
yeah, well, the movie with Jack Lemmon and
It
Walter
was good.
Matthau, it's good, but the
Yeah.
show they took it to a whole nother level, and
Yeah.
they became Felix Unger and Oscar Madison, and
100%.
it's I still say there's not one bad episode of that show. Five
Um,
seasons of it. I've
that's
seen them
a
all.
that's a great pool. I remember there was a in the 90s there was a cartoon called Space Ghost Coast to Coast on Comet or on
cute
I
name.
think Cartoon Network.
Yeah, that's right.
And the band leader who was like a locust, the locust to the apocalypse or whatever, his favorite actor was Jack Klugman, and he would say, "Be a real man, be a Klug man." That was like his little thing that he would say. But anyway, no, great show. That
Yeah,
was
it's an awesome one.
it. I mean, yeah, that was a great show. That I've seen that many times as well.
Yeah, like if I could find that streaming somewhere, like I would start watching it every night again before bed just to get a good laugh. I swear to God, I would.
It's got to be available, and
It's gotta be. It's
And the
gotta
thing
be.
is, just to jump in, I mean, because we'll just talk about TV in general. It's a little bit of an editorial right here, but there is a dearth of shows like that these days. Like, in other words, like a show like my wife and I, we want to watch a show. And it's like we just want to watch something, and it's like fast food TV. It's just fun. It's just dumb, and like when it's over, it's over, and it doesn't have to be the most serious or the most
Hmm.
intense, or it doesn't
Yeah.
have to be like Black Mirror
Right.
or something that's like freaking me out for the next week. And there's just not that are high quality. There's just not a lot. I don't know if there's any like that that you could use as a parallel, but yeah, great show. I love that show.
Get a telephone for Christmas! It's Crazy Eddie's greatest Christmas sale ever! And Crazy Eddie's going telephone crazy for Christmas with the absolute lowest prices anywhere on telephones and telephone equipment. Shop around, get the best prices you can find on telephones. Then go to Crazy Eddie and he'll beat them. Telephone answering machines, automatic dialers, and cordless phones too. Crazy Eddie's going telephone crazy for Christmas. See Crazy Eddie now during his greatest Christmas sale ever. Crazy Eddie, his Christmas sale prices are insane.
What's your next one, Mike?
All righty then. I'm gonna go with this one. Again, same kind of time period, amazing stories. Um, there is a lot of similarities between like Outer Limits and
Mhm.
Twilight Zone and sort of these like serial science fiction slash scary stories that were like a different story every week. And I
Yeah.
think it was produced by Steven
Spielberg.
Spielberg. And
Yeah.
I remember at the time, the opening credit sequence seemed like it was just from the future because it was computer animation. And this was even before like Money for Nothing, that video, or
Chicks are
maybe,
free.
yeah, maybe around
Yeah.
that time, which was like one of the first times people even saw computer animation. But anyway, they would have guest writers, guest directors, and
Yeah.
again, I don't think it was like the best ever. I still like Twilight Zone more, but this is a show I watched probably every episode of, and these aren't necessarily shows that are my favorite shows. They're just shows that I've seen probably every episode of on this
Right. Like
list.
you
So
found yourself tuning in every week when it came on.
all the time.
Yeah.
So amazing stories.
Yeah, no, that was a good show. I remember I wasn't like passionately like, oh, I have to watch it. It comes on Friday nights at 8. I got to tune in.
Yeah.
I think I did for a little, like maybe the first season because it was exciting. Like Spielberg's got this show and it's going to
Yeah.
be like an anthology series. But then I kind of tapped out on it. Like I don't
Mhm.
know why because it wasn't like it's a good show. I remember that it was quality, no doubt.
Yeah. I mean, there's certain ones that are just great. And it's like Twilight Zone. There's certain ones that are just like,
Yeah.
wow. And then, there's certain that just don't hit. They don't
Yeah.
land. But all right.
All right, Desiree, what do you got?
So one thing I forgot to say about Fresh Prince, like I don't think I watched like new episodes of it. I think that most of what I was watching was like all reruns and shit. But
Already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
syndicated.
Syndication. And
what is that? What does syndication mean?
That's where
Reruns?
like like when
Local.
when a show originally airs, it has seasons. It's usually prime time,
Mhm.
but then like fast forward a year, maybe 2 years. If it's a successful show, they'll start running reruns like on an everyday Monday through Friday
Oh, okay.
basis, and that's syndication.
Okay.
It's old network shows that local stations pay to be able to broadcast during non-network
Mm.
hours,
There you go.
Yeah.
basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably why I was watching it. But this next show on my list, Boy Meets World,
Oh
That's
yeah.
a good
I
one.
it was probably like good mix of both
Hmm.
because I remember watching like the or the series finale and stuff. So I'm sure I watched some newer episodes too along the way, but
Who
I
was
don't
in that? Like, I'm trying to
Corey
remember
Matthews. I don't know what his name is.
because I always got that show mixed up with Malcolm in the Middle for some
Yes,
reason.
me too. Me
And
too. Because
I didn't watch either one
same.
like a lot, and they just occupied the same file
Yeah, and
cabinet in my brain.
there's people that I know that are my age, that loved those shows. Like
Yeah.
Malcolm in the Middle, especially. Like that was a Fox show, I think. And I had friends that would like, oh, we're going to watch Malcolm, and I'd be like, oh, okay. Like it never like
It
gelled
didn't
with me,
land.
but people really loved that show. And I guess Boy Meets World was another one that was I remember hearing a lot
Ben
about, but
Savage,
who?
Ben
Ben
Savage,
Savage. I
Will
gotta look.
Friedle.
Oh, okay. Because there's a Fred Savage from another very
Maybe
popular
it's his
show from back
brother.
then.
Maybe it's his
Hmm.
brother.
It could be.
I'm looking
I
it
don't
up.
know. I
Well,
don't really
that's
know
another show that
actor. I
might
don't
come
really
up.
know actors' names. I don't know. But yeah, it was more like this was like my Disney Channel era,
Yeah,
and
okay.
probably like middle
93,
school-ish.
93 to 2000.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, middle
Yeah, so that was
school-ish.
like my
Middle school me.
20s.
And there was like other shows on Disney Channel that I watched, obviously, like at the time, like when you come home from school and you start watching the 3 hours of TV or on whatever. But this one I actually liked. It
Yeah.
wasn't just background noise
It
for
was
me.
it, and it was a so there was like story arcs, right? Like there's probably like shows every week, but there was like an overarching storyline going on, or was it like Cosby
Sure.
Show? Yeah, I don't know.
It wasn't different every week. I mean,
It was,
there was
yeah, the
different things that they
same
would be going
things
through,
would
but
pick
like the
up.
overall thing is like it's these kids that are really good friends, and then this guy and his girlfriend, and then they're like navigating through adolescence, and then yeah, they end up going
I
to college.
I just looked him up, and he is Ben Savage is the brother of Fred Savage.
Okay. Well, they both had hit shows. Look at that.
They did a
Not bad.
spinoff of this show. It was called Girl Meets World. So the girlfriend, her name is Topanga, which is a cool name. But isn't that like
I
a
remember
canyon
that name,
somewhere?
Topanga
Topanga
Canyon.
Canyon?
Yeah, Danielle Fishel, I think.
Yeah. Where is Topanga Canyon? That's in
Topanga.
LA or something.
I think, yeah, it's definitely like Southern California.
Yeah. Anyway,
California.
California. So yeah, I always thought her name was cool.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I like it.
But yeah, Girl Meets World wasn't that good. So
I'm
anyway.
gonna jump to this one is I'm just gonna throw this in there
Wait, it's
because
Carl's turn.
oh,
I think it's
oh, sorry. I'm
no,
gonna
that's
go
okay.
Root.
That's okay. All right, so I'm gonna stick in that same many years every night at 11:30 right after The Odd Couple. This show originally aired from 1955 to 1956. There was only one season, which I
Wow.
cannot believe. 39 episodes on a loop. Could quote the lines. Saw everyone multiple times. That show is The Honeymooners.
Wow.
Yes,
Carl.
Ralph Cramden and Ed Norton.
What was this in your late night
Yes.
rotation?
Yes, absolutely.
Now, one thing
11:30 WPIX.
when you said what the times were, so you were still living near New York City at that time?
Yeah, it was their station. It was one of their stations.
And I think like because my brother-in-law grew up in like New York, North Jersey area, and he has all these stories of like fantastic TV stations and
Yeah.
creature feature hours and going all through the night, which was I think unusual in the 80s because most TV local stations would go off the air. But New York, I think,
No,
had
they stayed on, man.
a plethora of stuff. Because as soon as you said like I'm watching something at 1 in the morning, like there was no TV at 1 in the morning in
Yeah, no, it's
Baltimore.
the city.
Infomercials.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
the city that never sleeps, apparently. There's
Anyway,
something to that.
not to
Yeah,
jump
so
in,
The
but
Honeymooners is a great show. I'm not sure where people can find it, but again, there's only 39 episodes. Okay, eventually they found these lost episodes that they're not considered like the classic, the original 39 that aired on a loop. Like again, pretty much 5 nights. So unless the Yankees went late and everything got bumped, sometimes one of them would get. They'd have to get rid of one of these shows. But
wow.
The Honeymooners, man, I love it. It's such a great show. It's a sitcom, basically. It's about this guy who's a bus driver in New York City, his wife. They live in an apartment building. Upstairs is his best friend who works for the sewers. It's just awesome. Art Carney as Ed Norton. Guy was one of the best. And Jackie Gleason, honestly, like he had another show, which was the Jackie Gleason show. Just super talented guys. Very funny. If you like to laugh, The Honeymooners.
And I mean, it's really so you're talking about that was in the 50s. I mean, that's the beauty of like syndication though, because
Yeah.
you're growing up in the 70s, 80s, and
Mhm.
you're able to enjoy that.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
it was a
that's
show.
amazing.
Yeah, and it was a show like that my parents were into because they remember watching it, you know. In fact, they got sick, I think, of me watching. They were kind of like over it. They're like, "Oh, The Honeymooners again." I'm like, "Yeah, it's funny."
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, good shit. Good
And
shit.
I mean, that's just again, just quality writing and old school writing. I mean, I don't know who the writers were on that show. I can't tell you I've seen more than 3 episodes of it, but
Yeah.
the writers' room for that show was probably like the best of the best, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. I mean, especially with Jackie Gleason in charge, it was
Yeah,
his show.
I feel like
Um,
Carl Reiner must have been involved with that somehow. Like I don't know that he was, but it's like people
right.
of that caliber were
Oh,
probably in the
sure.
writing room.
Sure. Absolutely. And then also little known, and maybe it's not little known, but the Honeymooners is pretty much the inspiration for the characters in the Flintstones. Even the
Yeah.
voices were similar.
Wow.
Yabba dabba doo.
Yabba Dabba
Yeah,
Doo's
that
right.
was kind of it was a similar story
Yeah,
structure.
and the voice actors were like mimicking basically Gleason and Carney. I mean, it's pretty wild. They sound just like them.
Wow. See,
What's
this is
your
I'm just saying I like this list because it gives me some things to look for where I don't have to watch like NCIS 5000, you know?
yeah, I know it's terrible.
All right.
Do you bake with margarine? Then you should know about new Butter Flavor Crisco. Butter Flavor Crisco makes cakes rise higher. You can see the difference. But more important, Butter Flavor Crisco gives baked foods more butter flavor than margarine. A flavor so rich, there's only one word for it.
Butter.
Yeah, that's our word for it. New Butter Flavor Crisco makes baking with margarine obsolete. Now there are 2 great Criscos.
So
Law and Order.
this next one, let me see if I can. This one is, if you're not from Baltimore, you probably have never heard of this before. It was so this would be like after school, like 4 to 6 p.m. and it was called Captain Chesapeake. And this guy played this guy here. You can't see my screen. The guy in the red,
I see it.
He plays
Little blurry, little
Captain
fuzzy.
Chesapeake, who is shipwrecked in Baltimore's Inner Harbor. And then this is like Maury the sea monster, which is totally like green screened in and like none of the proportions match up or anything like
What
that.
is he supposed to be? Like a
He's a sea captain who's shipwrecked and
no, the monster. Like what is it
he's
supposed
got
to
like a
be?
horn, he's like a Godzilla guy, and like his mouth didn't move. He would just like bob and then a voice would come out of him.
It sounds
But
terrible, Mike.
it was so when Captain Chesapeake came on, it wasn't so much a show, it was they would do bumps. So it was like he would have shows like Speed Racer, he'd show maybe there'd be like a creature feature one day. They would have like the mailbag so kids would write in. He'd like do shout outs for kids' birthdays. So he was sort of like a host of it would be like Svengoolie, but for
For kids.
5 to 10 year olds. And it was like all like kid shows and things like that. But it was appointment television. Like you'd come home and it was like, I'm watching Captain Chesapeake, and it's like whatever was on. And anyway, it was just of a certain time.
That sounds cool.
Does Nick Jr. still have face? I don't know if you guys have watched that when you
I
were
never saw that.
with kids.
No.
Okay, never mind. It reminds me of that. Anyway,
Captain Chesapeake.
All right.
Okay.
What do you got, Desiree?
Okay, so my next show, I don't know if I like this show or if it was the kind of like a forbidden fruit in a way. It was over my head all the time. Now it's not, but it was then. It was not something that I sought out myself, but my brother was watching it a lot, and so because it was cool that he was doing it, and my parents would talk shit on the show, then I also wanted to watch it.
Yeah.
It's an animated show. What do you guys think it is?
The Simpsons.
Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, Beavis.
Oh, yes.
Great show.
It's so stupid. It's dumb.
Oh, it's horrible.
It's
so dumb.
amazing.
Yeah,
but
it's great.
It's just the stupidness of it is funny.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, like these two fucking yahoos, they're just like freshmen in high school just living by themselves.
Yeah. No,
What?
I know they never show parents.
Nope.
And they fail up, like everything seems to work out for them at the end of the day, which is nice.
Now
There's never any real consequence.
See,
Yeah, they just walk around laughing.
I see. I loved that show, but it was never lost on me though that I was watching me and my friend Joe watch MTV. Like it was like seeing yourself in the television. We had the heavy metal T-shirts. We'd
Yeah.
make fun of the fucking music that was all this other crap that MTV would air.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of just sitting around watching television. I mean, it was.
Yes.
I'm like, dude, this is us, man.
This is us.
I don't
We're
know if this
watching
is
us
cool.
watching videos. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
So yeah,
No.
now and
That's
then
a
the
good
Beavis
show.
and the Beavis and Butthead Do America movie was like
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
my brother
Yeah.
took me to see it and but like he didn't tell nobody, you know?
Right.
It was
That
like a
was great
secret.
movie.
He was like, I'm not supposed to take you, but you know you're gonna come.
Yeah.
And then now they're doing like if you'll see clips of like old Beavis and Butthead, like old guys, like they're old guys. Like Mike Judge is like
Oh, like
doing
they
something
grew up.
weird.
Like
yeah,
they grew
like
up.
they're Anyway.
Well, they did, and I'm not. I want to like Saturday Night Live. I watch it because 5% of it will
5%'s
really
good.
make me
Black
laugh.
Jeopardy is
and-
hilarious.
But when they had Ryan Gosling as Beavis and Mikey Day as Butthead, like in the background. I don't know if you saw that skit. It was like a year
Mm-mm.
ago. They're
I'm about
like
to look it up.
there's like some interview going on, and they're just in the audience, and like the guest starts getting really distracted because he's like, dude, those guys are like Beavis and Butthead.
I think I've
they're-
seen that. I have seen that.
And Gosling is he's got such great comedy chops. He really pulls it off. But anyway, yeah, Beavis
Oh
and
my God.
Butthead was great. Beavis and
Yeah,
Butthead was
it's great.
All right, Carl.
All right, I'm just gonna jump. I'm gonna jump on this one because you mentioned it, and I didn't want to jump all over the amazing stories. But it's the Twilight Zone, man.
Oh
It's
yeah.
the Twilight Zone. That was part of the late night lineup. That was the last show. That was 1 a.m.
Wow, that's the
And
perfect time to watch
and
it too.
and I would stay up, man. Yeah, the lights in the bedroom were off. I had the little tiny TV in my room.
Did it have a
And-
VCR in it?
Yeah, one of them did.
in it?
One of
Yeah.
them in the rotation did have the VCR in it. Absolutely, yeah. And because we had cable, but for many years in my room I didn't have cable. It was with the antenna, so
Yeah.
I
See,
could
we
only
never
get
had-
the local, the stations. Like, and this was channel 11, WPIX. And the Twilight Zone, man. What can I say about it? Rod Serling was a genius. I mean, absolute
Totally.
genius. He wrote most of the best episodes. I mean, they had other writers like Richard Matheson. He wrote some of the best ones too. It was black and white. It was beautifully shot. It was a quick little, you take the commercials out, it's like what, 20 minutes, right? I mean,
Yeah,
it can't be too long. So it was these cool little stories. There was usually a twist ending. They were he was very big on warning about fascism and authoritarianism and censorship. That came up a lot, and as far as themes. Sometimes you'd get a pure horror story, like Nightmare at 20,000 Feet with William Shatner.
Oh yeah.
It's just
yeah.
it's a great
Sorry,
show,
sorry.
man. Like I could watch it now, put on an episode, I'll sit down and watch it. Like it's an amazing show. It's a great accomplishment.
Morality tales and
Yep.
and yeah. I mean,
Villains, and I mean, it was really
there was
really
some-
something.
There were some episodes I had, which I think again, it was out in the '60s, right? I mean, I only saw it on reruns. I think
It aired from 59 to 64, 5
Okay.
seasons.
So yeah, we only saw it on reruns, but
Yeah.
it stuck out to me because I remember there's some of the stories, some of the episodes that it's almost like there's a melancholy to it, which was very unusual, like for TV at that time to have an episode and like it ends and you're like, oh man,
Yeah, and some of the actors in some of the episodes were big actors at the time. Like and some of them would repeat. They'd be in a few episodes. Like Shatner was in like two different great ones. Fritz Weaver. I mean, I don't know, man. Telly Savalas. Like there were guys that were big TV actors and movie actors that would pop up on that show. Like I
wonder if they just like did it at scale or like if they sought it out because I'm sure. Since the writing was so good, I'm sure actors were like telling their agents to get them on that show.
And also, like I said, the directors were really good. Like if you watch them, it's like each one is a film that's well directed, shot selection, lights and shadow. Just a beautiful show, just visually. I mean, I'm telling you, people should go back and watch it for sure.
Do y'all remember Rescue 911?
Yeah.
Yes.
I just remember that just popped in my head when you said William Shatner.
Yeah, Rescue 911. Wait, was he in that one or was?
No, he was the host, like the.
Oh, that's right. That's
It
Rescue
was
9. Yeah,
stories. It was
it
like
was.
videotape stories, like in the field and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
About people calling 911, you know? Anyway, I just thought of that.
I'm
Good.
I'm gonna jump to which one is this? Sorry. Oh yeah. This one is kind of out there. I don't even know if anyone remember. I mean, it's pretty popular. But Robotech, the Macross
Robotech.
saga. Now this show, it was a Japanese animation, and it was anime, but it was like dubbed over in English, and this
Yeah.
was in syndication. It's probably like no, this was like the late 80s, right? I would
Oh,
would
okay.
watch this when I'd come home, like maybe a freshman in high school, and it was a whole saga. So it was like, a truly serialized story. So if you watch the whole thing, it was probably like 20 hours long, but it like when the episode end, the next episode would pick right up at that point. And these guys, it was like kind of like a Battlestar Galactica kind of story where they're kind of like out in space searching for a place to live, and they're attacked, and they fly these spaceships that transform into robots that fight, whatever. I mean, it was like very, very Japanese style. But anyway, I think the reason I remember this one is it was one of the first shows that was like that was a continuous story that
Mhm.
that hooked me. So it wasn't so much the animation, or it was just like I got hooked into the writing. Like
The story. Yeah,
I wanted to know what the next part of the story was,
that's cool. I don't remember Robotech. I for some
Yeah.
reason I don't remember that one.
It was pretty cool. And it was on Channel 45, same as Captain Chesapeake too, by the way.
Nice.
All right.
Desiree,
You're up,
what do you
Des.
got?
Okay, so we're gonna shift gears a little bit. So, so outside of like cartoons and Disney Channel, I hit one of the bigger things that was happening in the world of TV when I was kind of this teenager to early 20s age was not necessarily like scripted television, but non-scripted television. So,
Okay.
reality TV shows or like just I mean, even like Rescue 911, but that was way early, but like stuff that it was, not really TV shows, if you will.
Okay.
But one of the bigger ones, TRL. So
Total Request. No, Total
and that was
Request
just
Live?
high school. Like I would come home, Total Request Live, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be like it. Like you would always just watch Carson daily. You had to see what the
Carson.
cool videos were and stuff. Like just
And people would
sticks
call.
out.
Didn't people vote or something? Or
Yeah,
there was
you
a
can
studio
totally
audience?
request it live.
Yeah, you would like call in, and then they had like a studio audience and they would
Mhm.
announce was it the top 5 every day?
Yeah.
And they would play them, and people would like, Jay, yeah, that's the one I want.
And
It's
people would
kind
be
of
like
funny.
outside the studio. So like
Yeah.
that's in your head, that's what New York looked like to me. Like that's the
Yeah.
only thing that I would know.
Times Square.
I mean, I've never been there, but that's how you would think everything in New York was, just a big ass glass building with these people in the street, just like
Yeah.
holding signs up and shit.
I remember that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
So
like,
Yeah, that was big.
it was like Van Halen's been number 3 for the last 2 weeks. Let's see if they can hold on to their spot. Oh man, it was like all
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
kind of
and then
hype
they would have
stuff.
guests, like they would have NSYNC and like Backstreet Boys and stuff come on. Like
Yeah.
usually every week they'd had a different person that was
Yeah.
like famous or something.
And
whatever.
that was I wasn't, it wasn't really my jam, but I do remember it and I did watch it, but it was definitely like a thing. Like it was something you would hear about. You didn't have to watch
Yeah.
it to hear about it.
Right.
And if like the number one spot was like not a jam, like you'd be or not your jam, it obviously was a
Yeah.
jam
It's like,
to
man.
somebody.
Yeah.
But like, you'd be, or like if like your girl Brittany was like for number one for like 3 weeks and then she got knocked out, you get pissed.
Yeah. I
And
better
then you would
call.
like talk about it. Like that's what you would talk about.
It's
Like
like you better call
on,
tomorrow. Like
yeah, you better request it.
Brittany is counting on us
I
here
know.
in
We better call.
Wichita. Yeah. In the
Yeah.
tall.
In the ta, in the
Well, it's
doodah.
funny. It's funny because you mentioned Beavis and Butthead, and now TRL with the different artists and videos, and you mentioned the Dire Straits. I want my MTV video. I think at least for me and Mike, and Desiree, maybe for you too. We'd be remiss talking about television if we didn't mention just the ubiquitous MTV.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like I'm not talking about a particular show. None of their shows were on my list, even though I always watched Headbangers Ball on
Yeah.
Saturday nights. But MTV, man, just the whole that came out, I think, in 1980.
Yeah.
So we're entering, we're like tweeners going into teens, and all of a sudden, all this great music and all these cool videos are on. It was part of Generation X. I mean, it really, really was. I mean, everybody loved MTV, and that's back when all they did was show up videos. I mean, you know what I mean? Like that's what it wasn't all about.
And they had
reality
TV shows, but like like Beavis and Butthead, there was videos playing in it.
There was videos in it, yeah.
TRL was like a countdown of music videos, you know?
Yeah, no, totally.
And then they came out with Cribs, and it all went downhill from there.
Yeah, no, the real world. That's where reality TV was born. That show, The Real World.
Is true.
I
didn't really watch
MTV.
that.
I remember I'm sorry I sound like the old guy, but whatever. But I remember the first time I saw MTV, and it must have been just within months of when it was released, but we were too poor, and my neighborhood was too poor to have cable.
Yeah, me too. Like I didn't have cable growing. Like that's why I didn't really
cable.
watch until about middle school-ish. Really watched a lot of TV.
I had heard of it like at school and just in the wind, you know. And there's this guy, I don't even know how I knew him. Someone on my soccer team or someone from school. Like I had to go to his house after school because my parents couldn't pick me up, and so I was anyway. And he had cable, and I was like, "You have cable?" And I was like, "MTV," and like he didn't even know what MTV was about, and I was like, "Dude." It was like, and I was like, it's music on, like, this is crazy. And videos at that time everyone was like tripping balls. The music videos were crazy at that time.
They were awesome.
It had
nothing to do with the song. It would be like, the song was left in the dust. It didn't have to match the lyrics at all. And it was just such a blast. I remember what the basement looked like. I remember telling him we have to watch this. Like, it's a very vivid memory. But MTV was a huge. I mean, for 20 years, it was. I mean, easily until 2000. I mean, probably after 2010. It was a major cultural deal. I don't know that it is anymore.
No, it's
not
gone
really.
now.
Yeah,
it's gone.
Teen Mom was on MTV. That actually did some things, some cultural things.
Yeah, that was later.
Yeah, but that was way later.
Yeah.
VH1. The only good thing that came out of that was pop-up video. But
yeah. Which
no, behind the music on VH1. Those were so good.
They're both of them. Yeah.
All right. So there's our homage to music television.
Yes.
But back to the list.
Anyway.
Folks, starting tomorrow, it's your Toyota dealer's 5th annual Toyota Sell-a-thon, and our sales goal is to beat all previous sales records. Tomorrow through the end of the year, we'll be out to sell thousands of 84 Toyota cars and trucks.
That's right, not 83s, 84s.
And if you thought you couldn't afford to buy, then you can't afford to miss these special Toyota shopping days. Don't spend another dollar on your old car or truck.
Bring in your trade.
Your trade-in could help put you in a new Toyota tomorrow.
Toyota dealers are out to empty their lots.
So starting tomorrow, they want to tuck super sell-a-thon deals on front-wheel drives, four-wheel drives, sport liftbacks, wagons, and the only all-new truck line around, 16 different models.
That's more small truck models than anyone. Can't beat it.
And it all starts tomorrow, so make your best Toyota Sell-a-thon deal ever. So make it down to your Toyota dealer tomorrow for Toyota Sell-a-thon 5.
9 Lives presents Morris. Hi, guys. Have any dinner plans?
Morris!
He's gone fishing.
Supper time!
Sorry, I'm catching their last act.
Don't be finicky. It's new 9 Lives Fisherman Stew. Tasty morsels of fish and vegetables.
A new 9 Lives. Guys, let's make it another time.
9 Lives. More flavors, more recipes, even finicky cats can't resist. And now, Fisherman Stew.
9 Lives, you're quite a catch.
I'm going to throw out one. This is when I'm in my 20s. This show aired through the 90s. It started in 93. I remember when I missed, like, let's say the first couple of years, and then when I moved back to my hometown, I'd hang out with my dad. He was like, "You got to watch this show. How are you not watching the show? It's on Fox. Come on, watch it with me." And I was instantly hooked, and that show is The X-Files. Yeah, you got it, Mike. There it
I'm
is.
yeah, I'm putting it up here.
That show was awesome. I quickly got caught up. He had the DVDs of like the first two seasons or whatever, and I was like, all right, I'll watch these. And then it was a cool thing too because I got this. I'd make it a point to watch it with my dad. You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
oh, the X-Files is on. I think it was Sunday nights at 8. I could be wrong. But it was prime time on Fox, if I'm correct. I'm almost positive of that. And it's just a great show, man. I mean, Mike, you can get into it too, what it's about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it was on my list, so yeah, I'm not gonna go over it because we don't need to talk about it twice. But yeah,
No,
I mean,
exactly.
just a fantastic show. I did not see it when it originally aired. I was like a year behind, and the
Yeah,
guy I was
same.
living with had them all on VHS, and we were living in this really crappy house behind the theater I worked at the time.
Oh, maybe
And
it was VHS. My dad had it on. You're right.
he would go like when the house would go to sleep because we had a couple other roommates. I would go. We had like a TV room, and I'd go in there and I'd watch the next episode. So almost the first 2 or 3 seasons of X-Files, I watched by myself in a crappy house in Baltimore City, like in the dark. And I mean, just I'd never seen anything like that. I was addicted to it. I would think about it all day. I couldn't wait for the
Yeah.
next episode. But it was kind of like an early binge for me. I
Yeah, I
probably
was about
saw
to say
all three
the beginning of
seasons
binge
Well,
in
yeah,
like
watching.
and
four
Mike,
months.
I said the same. It's weird because that's what happened to me too. Like I was late to the party, and my dad had the first couple of seasons, and
Yeah.
so I was like, he's like, you got to watch these, and then and I was like, okay, and I loved it instantly. I mean, David Duchovny, what is her name?
Gillian Anderson or
Gillian
Gillian.
Anderson. Yep,
Yeah.
and you had the cigarette smoking man and
The guy
aliens.
the guy from Shockwave who was who he was their boss, but he was the not
Oh,
Shockwave.
Skinner.
Yeah, he played the killer that was executed and came back to life as like a demon. It was I think it was called Shockwave. It was
Oh,
from like
Shocker.
Shocker. Yeah, he played the killer in Shocker.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mitch Pileggi, I think is his
Yeah.
name.
Okay. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Absolutely. Holy shit.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
that
it's a cool show. It's these FBI agents. One of them is on the hunt for unsolved stories, but mainly his holy grail is to get to the bottom of aliens. Okay, like
Okay, I was
whether
about
or
to say, I
not.
thought it was about aliens.
No,
Yeah.
it is aliens is the overarching story.
Yeah.
Because his wasn't it his sister got abducted when he was a kid.
Yeah, but it was
Or he
definitely
was
they
ki-
would have Monster of the Week episodes.
Oh yeah, no, they ran into all sorts of supernatural.
And they would do, I mean, not that, I'm sorry, it's like, I want to talk to you because it's such a good show. But
Oh,
they
it's
would
awesome.
do every season, they would, at least for the first 5 seasons, they would do like a joke episode. And it was
Yeah.
always like an episode that it was like either funny or it was like bizarro or like would play against type, but it was usually comedy. The one
Yeah.
they did with the freaks I'm not using that term, from the circus down in
Yes.
Florida. What a
Yes.
great, fantastic episode.
That's a good one.
The
That's a
twin
good one.
that comes out of the guy's stomach and goes around and kills people or whatever. Anyway,
Yeah, it was like Basket Case, the movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was a fantastic show,
Oh, it's a
man.
great one.
And you know what too? It holds up. I mean, it's definitely of a time. I mean, Mulder's always wearing the oversized double-breasted suit coat when he does wear one. So it's definitely of a time, but it holds up. I mean, I when it's on like the Monster of the Week episodes, you can watch them anytime. They're fantastic.
Yeah,
They're
I
really
remember the
good.
Fluke Man.
Yeah.
I remember, there's so many good ones, and there's that. Remember? Do you remember the one with the inbred family?
Yes. Oh, that was really
It's
that
a
was
hor- it's
dark.
it
That
was
was
it's a
dark.
that's a real horror movie. That's a total horror movie. That
Yeah,
episode.
that stood out. I mean, that was definitely one of the
Yeah,
tougher ones.
it was messed up. Yeah, absolutely.
That's
All right,
awesome.
so that's both of us. Did you want to get another one, Mike?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna throw this in, but I'm not gonna talk about it a lot because I just wanted to dovetail on what you had. But I've got In Search of,
Oh yeah,
which is, Twilight Zone, Outer Limits, X-Files, all this rolled into one. This is a precursor of my current favorite show, which is not on this list, Ancient Aliens, which we've done episodes on this show before. But it was Leonard Nimoy, fresh off being Spock. I don't know when it ran, but I think it was like mid 70s to
Yeah, that's. I
maybe
know I was very young when this was on.
1980. And they would explore all the typicals like the Bermuda Triangle and what happened to Amelia Earhart and Bigfoot and aliens. Are they among us? And they would just show clips. There was no like original shots in this except for Nimoy, talking to the camera.
Yeah,
But
it
the
was like,
music was very kind of morose, and the way
mhm.
everything was framed was like very spooky, like even if it
Yes,
wasn't spooky. And this show used to scare the holy crap out of me when I
that's
was
what I
a
was
kid.
about to say, man. It
It
was
used to
scary.
scare me.
Yeah, I remember not wanting. My dad was like into it, and I remember just like being uncomfortable when it came on. Like I was just like dreading it. Like it was
Yeah.
scary. And the other one like that, I think I was a bit older, was Ripley's Believe It or Not, which I think Jack Palance hosted.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't like you would think I'd be into both of those shows based on what, but when for some reason they were so realistic that I didn't. It turned me off, man. It scared me. I remember
Yeah.
that totally.
And
Remember the Bigfoot episode
of with Jack
In Search
Palance.
of?
Oh, and yes, no, exactly. Yes, I
Yeah,
100%. I
yeah,
saw every
totally.
one of these like multiple times.
Yeah,
You
they're
guys,
great.
it's like unsolved mysteries.
Yes, it's similar. It was again. I don't think it ran that long because it's like Loch Ness Monster. It was all of these. Like if you pick the
Yeah.
Yeah.
top 20 paranormal things, that's what this show, had
Hmm.
episodes on.
So
Um,
they redid, speaking of just, I don't know why I'm thinking of this. Speaking of unsolved mysteries, so they redid that show. Like, I don't know if it's the same stories or not the same stories, but they redid the theme song and it is so good.
the song is good.
Like, it's just like it's the same theme song, but it's like better sounding.
Got it.
Gotcha. One,
You should
two,
hear it. I don't
three.
know. Anyway,
All right.
What's your next one, Desiree?
We're gonna
okay, so again, so back
keep
to
it
the whole
moving.
like non-scripted television
Yep.
of my life of this assignment was a lot of unscripted television.
Okay.
One of the slash reality slash some game shows. There's some game shows in there. And so here I'm gonna try. Hey, there we go. So, Who
Oh,
Wants to Be a
nice.
Millionaire
Yes.
Oh yes.
was like the shit.
It
Like
it
this
was
is
huge.
it was like
It's
the
a
biggest.
It was bigger than Seinfeld
it's such a
was.
good call, Desiree. It's such a
Yeah.
good call.
Like, do y'all remember the guy that won? Like, I think it was like the first guy that won the million, and he was like, he didn't really use his lifelines or whatever. Maybe he only used one, but he gets to the $1 million question and calls his dad, and he's like, "Hey, Dad," or Regis Philbin is like, "Yeah, we have your son here. He's using his lifeline. Da, da, da. He's on the $1 million question," and he's like, "Hey, Dad, I don't need your help or anything. I just wanted to call and let you know that I'm about to win this $1 million."
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That's
So,
great.
yeah, it was good when Regis was hosting it, and then I don't know. I mean, maybe it was just I don't know why it would have just been Regis, but once he
No.
was done hosting it, it was like done. Like that was it.
That was
Yeah,
End
it
of an
the
had
era.
golden age.
it ran its course definitely. But I remember when it first came on, that was like appointment viewing. Like that became
Like 7 prime time, like everyone was watching it. Like this is
yeah.
one of the few things that me and my family watched together. Like this is one of the
And
only
you
few
could
things.
watch it together. And it had such a great hook because as it went on and ratcheted it up, as a viewer, you were like more and more
Yeah, you were like
invested.
on the edge. You're like, are they gonna win? And then it would always piss me off when like they would end the show, like,
Yeah, they had to
and
go
they
to the
were
next.
really, really far. Like they were
Yeah.
like,
And likewise, the ones that would miss the first question, it
hmm
was always like, like, man, you always feel bad for those people.
Yeah, did you
They
ever
got the
like get a
first
lot
one
of those
wrong.
questions right? Because that's what you were doing at home, trying to answer the
Yeah, no,
questions.
yeah, it's like
Not
Jeopardy,
me.
of course.
I
Yeah,
mean,
you're
I was too
trying.
little, but didn't know
Yeah,
nothing.
you're trying to guess what the answer is.
Yeah, yeah, it was a good time, Millionaire. There was like computer games. There, I went to Disney. I went to Disney World, and they had like a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire like thing there. It was crazy.
It kind of dovetailed on the whole Trivial Pursuit mayhem from the 90s, I think. I think that's
Mm.
what it kind of played into when people were like all into that game. But No, that was a good show. That was definitely a good show. Is that
Definitely,
your
definitely.
final answer? I always love
Final
that.
answer.
Right. Except it was
Yeah.
Regis, so
Yeah.
it
And
was
the
that
lights.
voice. Is that your
The
final
lights, like,
answer?
Is that your final answer?
Hi,
Good
John.
shit.
Hi, John.
All right, what's my next one
Anyway,
here?
I'll be right back.
Let me see here. All right, I'll go with this one. This was part of the late night lineup as well. This
Yep.
was the only hour-long show. It aired from midnight to 1 a.m. It originally aired from 66 to 69, only 3 seasons, and that show is Star Trek.
I was gonna say it's gotta be Star Trek.
Star
Yeah.
Trek, man. It's so funny, man, because I mean it was syndicated, so I've seen every episode multiple times, but it still blows my mind that it only ran for 3 seasons.
It
Like
is.
that, because it seemed like there were, I don't know if
It was
seasons
like
was longer.
180 episodes. Wasn't it like some ridiculous number of episodes?
I don't know. Let me see. Did I even
I think it
write?
was over 100. I mean, maybe
Yeah,
I'm
no, I'm
wrong.
not sure. I'm not sure.
Maybe 80
But
something.
such a good show, so
Yeah.
smart. Like I remember when I was very, very young, my dad liked it, and it went over my head. Like I
Yeah.
thought it was boring. I didn't understand what they're like. It was just a little too like
A little
cerebral.
too much. Yeah.
But I remember as I got older, so now I'm still a kid, but now I'm like, in middle school and eventually high school, and I loved it. I loved the show. It was, every episode's a different adventure.
Yeah.
There's all different aliens. Like some of the episodes, I remember there's at least the one comedic one I remember is with the tribbles, with the little multiplying
Oh
sort of
yeah.
rabbit creatures.
The trouble with tribbles.
There was the one with the Gorn where he was put on the planet with that captain of like the lizard people,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
and it was a fight to the death. I mean, uh, God, the one with the salt vampire,
remember
the monster in the mines that was killing all the miners, and Spock did the mind meld with the monster and figured out what was going on. I mean,
It's
it
just
was just.
bananas.
It's just, and then the one with it was Spock's mating season, so he and Kirk had to fight to the death.
Oh my gosh, I don't remember that one.
Oh, it's a great one. Yeah. Oh, you got it. Yeah. What's it? I don't know the name of the. I used to know the names of some of these episodes, and I don't.
The one that always stuck out to me because I was like, oh, and like it must. Well, first, Star Trek is a great show because it will meet you where you are. Like, unless you're a real little kid, but
Right.
there's like a lot of philosophical stuff in it. There's political stuff in it. There's moral stuff in it, and then there's just like action. Like it, there's a
Yeah.
lot for everybody. But the episode where they come upon these 2 aliens that half their face is white and half is black,
Oh yeah.
and the one like is subjugating the other one and they can't figure it out, and then like halfway through the episode it's like, oh, he's black on the right side of his face, but I'm black on the left side of my face. You know what I mean? Like because
Yeah.
it was like, and that like was this huge distinction, again, like counter or talking about racism and things like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
that's
always
right.
thought, I was like, that is so clever because when you're watching the show you don't notice it until they say it, and then you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You
No,
see
that's
what
a
the
good one.
difference is and how
It's just
ridiculous
such
it is.
it's a great show. The acting is like it is what it is. Like some people say Shatner was an overactor, and so was DeForest Kelly, who played the doctor on the ship. He was always like apoplectic at whatever Kirk was doing.
Yeah.
It's just awesome. I mean, it's dated now, and when you see the technology we have nowadays in science fiction, you look back at Star Trek, and it's like, oh wow, okay, like it just looks like strange, but it's an awesome show. I recommend people go back and watch it. It's really good.
And it was really nice too because it was a science fiction movie that portrayed the future as idyllic, right? I mean, it was like everyone's getting along. It's the Federation. I mean, there's enemies,
Yeah,
but it was a clean. It wasn't like Star Wars future. It wasn't like it was fairly positive. And I guess that's because of Roddenberry, right? He was the
yeah,
creator, but he was a very positive guy. Like the vibe of the show is very positive.
yeah. No,
It's not
definitely.
dark at all.
No, there's some, it's got scary moments, like
Oh
the ship's
yeah.
going to get blown up and all that. But no, it's the United Federation of Planets, and they're on an exploration mission. It's just it's fantastic, and we all know it's a cultural phenomenon. I mean, they made movies, I think they're on like their seventh Star Trek show is actually on the air now, or
Yeah.
because they keep rebooting it and making it about a different, different ship or different captain
And
or
tons of movies.
yeah, no, it's something definitely.
And the first Star Trek movie was directed by Robert Wise, who directed West Side Story and Run Silent, Run Deep, and The Day the Earth Stood Still. I don't know if a lot of
Really?
people know that. Yeah, he directed Star Trek the Motion Picture
Oh, I didn't know that.
at
I
the end
didn't
of
know.
towards the end of his career.
That's true.
So okay, I'm gonna jump to, is it my turn?
Yeah.
All in one box?
One box. Adam, the complete computer system with 80K memory console, digital data drive, daisy wheel printer, and professional keyboard. All in one package. Adam, with a built-in word processing program.
Adam, move that paragraph. Okay, print.
A letter quality printer, even a super game system that plays all ColecoVision and new super games. Command the powers of Adam and program your future.
Get a home computer for Christmas. Get the guaranteed lowest prices on Commodore, Apple, Atom by Coleco, Atari, Sanyo, Tomy, all the latest software, too. Get it now, because Crazy Eddie's Christmas sale is going on right now, with prices so low he's practically giving home computers away. Shop around, get the lowest sale prices you can find, then go to Crazy Eddie and he'll beat him. So get a home computer for Christmas. Get anything and everything in home computers. Get it now during Crazy Eddie's Christmas sale. Crazy Eddie, his Christmas sale prices are insane.
This one I'm not trying to do two at once, but I'm doing two at once because they kind of
Okay, no,
occupy the
gotcha.
same space on Sundays. So when I was a kid, I loved watching 60 Minutes. I don't know why. I mean, I'm talking about
Oh
like
my
when I was like
God.
7 years old. I think it's
Six,
because my
seven.
parents would watch it, and then I just wanted to be up, and so I would just watch it with them. But I
Mhm.
got into it, and I loved when they would like corner people back when 60 Minutes was good, and they would like be knocking on people's doors, and like, oh, we saw you do blah 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 blah. We have it on video or whatever. And just like you would never want to see these guys show up at your door. And then same network in the morning, now these days in around my house we call it the boring show, which is the
Yeah.
CBS Sunday mornings. But I usually have a very nice breakfast while that show is on because we make very good breakfasts on Sunday morning. But anyway, these shows used to be a bookend. CBS Sunday Morning is sort of like, nah, 60 Minutes just went right off a cliff. Like, I can't even watch it anymore. And it's very sad to me because I really enjoyed watching it, probably all the way through college. But now I just can't, I usually can't take it. But anyway, those two shows.
That's a good one.
Yeah, same thing. That's about the only thing I would watch like in my younger childhood.
Hmm.
Stuff like that because that's all that was on like the regular TV, not the cable TV.
Yeah,
Or like what you could get with
network with the
yeah,
antenna.
yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, yeah. Dateline, a lot of Dateline,
Oh, yeah. With that guy, whoever that guy is,
whatever that
with the
guy's name is,
voice.
with a voice. A lot of Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, again, back with the non-scripted TV.
Yeah.
That's your thing.
That's the thing. That's
That's
all.
the
That's
thing.
all I pretty much watch, I guess. Again, I don't like this show, but I did like this show when it first came out. Okay, there's about 87
Oh,
seasons
yeah.
of it.
How
Oh,
many?
yes.
87?
I think there's 87,
There's a
50.
lot. They
There's
do
a
more
lot.
than one a year,
This
I
show
think.
is still on.
That's crazy.
It's not good anymore. I don't think anyway.
I think
But
that
when it first came out, it was good.
what year was that? Because I think I was in my late 20s, mid to late 20s when that was a thing.
Mid
Maybe.
90s? I don't know. Late
when
90s? Because didn't that guy Richard win the first one
my dad was still
Yeah.
alive.
when it started? He was still
Yeah,
alive
he
when it
was.
started?
Yeah, he outsmarted everybody. He was like sort of sneaky about it, and everybody said he was
'97.
a bad
No,
person.
97.
2000. Sorry, it started. Or wait,
Wow.
Was
yeah.
it two?
Really?
I thought it was 90s. I thought it was 90s.
The Survivor
Wow.
is the U.S. adaptation of the Swedish reality competition show Expedition Robinson, which first aired in 1997. The American version was debuted on CBS in May 31st of 2000.
Okay,
2000.
so
I
so I'm like late 20s. I'm living in Florida. Okay, that sounds right. People were. I remember that. Yeah.
I don't think I
Um,
watched it, but I knew about it. And the
Yeah, same.
episode, the one that I heard about that really made me interested in the show was the one where the guy said that his grandmother died just to get sympathy from everyone else, but she really didn't. He like totally made it up, and then he became like
hmm,
the villain. But anyway,
I don't know. But my favorite part was watching people get voted off.
they put
Yeah.
out the light, right? Didn't they put out like the candle or
They
Tiki
something?
put out,
candle.
yeah, they had the tiki, but the paper that they used was always really intriguing to me because it was like thick
Parchment.
and like very, I don't know, it was really weird. I don't know why. I just liked watching them pull out the big ass paper with the names on it. They vote people off. And I'd be like, haha, you suck. Or I'd be like, that they shouldn't have voted that person off because they probably could have. But anyway,
I want to see a supercut.
maybe like 7 seasons, the first 7 seasons, maybe I watched really, really,
Wow,
really.
okay. So yeah, you were that's a solid show for
But
you.
when there's
Absolutely.
2 seasons a year and there's 78 now,
Oh,
that's
jeez.
not that. I mean, that's only the first couple of years, and then it just. I
Yeah,
started
it's just
doing
too
other
much.
things, I guess. I
See,
started
I
liking boys
remember
and
like
shit.
trying to watch Survivor and I couldn't get into it, but then the people that made Survivor did another show which I did kind of get into for a couple of seasons, and that was The Amazing Race. Do you remember that
Yes.
one?
Uh-huh. And
Because
Yes.
that
Big
was like
Brother. That was all like
Big
all at the
Brother
same
was
time.
another one. That's right. But Amazing Race I liked because they traveled the world and I got to like see all these cool places and they had to find clues like it was a scavenger
Hmm.
hunt. Like I thought that was kind of cool.
That's a great one.
Yeah, it
I
was
had a
good.
patient that said he told me I don't know if I didn't look into this very much, but he told me he won 2 seasons of Survivor, or he was on 2 seasons of Survivor.
Oh
Holy
wow.
cow. Well, there's
I
been
was
a
like,
lot of
oh, okay,
people on it,
yeah,
so
I know.
it's a good chance.
What are you doing in Wichita?
Okay, I got my next one. Now,
Yes.
I should have mentioned this before because Mike, what you were saying about the show Robotech,
Yeah.
very similar experience for me. This was a Japanese animated show, and it like you said, it was pure serial. It was a space adventure, and the next episode would be where the one you watched left off because there was this overarching story, and the show was called Starblazers.
Oh my,
Now,
I've never heard of this
oh,
one.
you have to seek it out. If you like that
Star
Robotech, Star Blazers.
Blazers. You get, do
It's
tell.
amazing.
What?
Yeah. So what happened is like they're battling against this alien empire called I think they were called the Gamelons, and Earth has been completely irradiated, and people are like living underground. And there's an old Japanese warship from World War II called the Yamato that they convert into a spaceship to go on this rescue mission to save the Earth
I'm
and
already
defeat.
in. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm in.
it's awesome.
The
Let me
World War
see
II
here.
ship that becomes a spaceship. That's all you have to say, Nate.
It aired from 79 to 84. It's 3 seasons, so it's doable. It's digestible. It's only 3 seasons.
I'm gonna look it up.
You have to. You'll love it. You'll
That's
absolutely love it.
awesome.
It's great. And it's like a drama. There's different members of the crew and things going on, character development over the course of the story. There's a captain. It's got this awesome weapon called
Yeah.
the wave motion gun. Oh, you're going to love it. You're going to absolutely love it.
I've never even heard of it. That's great. I love
Yeah, it's
finding
awesome.
stuff like
So
this.
Star Blazers, that was about basically I watched the whole it was syndicated out of a station out of Philadelphia that we picked up on our cable.
Wow.
And I would watch it every day because I wanted to know what happened next. It was one of those shows.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Star Blazers. Go check it out.
Well, I'm thinking I may do. Should we keep doing one? I think we can finish. I know it's getting. I
Yeah,
know it's like 11, but we only got. I got three more, so I'm just
I
gonna
think.
go flying.
Yeah, go for it.
So this next one, ABC's Wide World of Sports,
Oh
and
yeah.
this show, again, it was fairly popular. But the thing that I really liked about it was I was into baseball, and this was before, like, I didn't get to see baseball games because either I had to be in bed or they were during it, whatever. So it was a nice way, and especially when I was younger, when the Orioles were good, they would be on here. But most of the programming on this show was weird sports. So it was like skiing, whatever. I mean, like skiing, like no one had seen,
What's the thing where they do this with with the little thingy on the ice?
yeah, like curling. I don't know if
Curling.
curling was on there, but they would have like professional wrestling. They would have like ping pong. They would
Hmm.
have, lawn
Badminton.
darts. Like you never knew what they were going to have on the show. And it was it was well produced. I think it was only like, I don't know if it was an hour long. It may have been a half an hour long. And when I watched it, it always came on right before or after This Week in Baseball, which I used to watch all the time too. I think it was on a Saturday, probably late Saturday morning. But anyway, fantastic show. It became ESPN and all these sports channels.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
Barstool Sports, but it was like it was the first of that. If you like Barstool Sports, if you like sports radio, I mean, this is where it all started for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember it. I remember it well. And
Yeah.
I got more into sports as I got older. So I think when that aired, I probably just wasn't that into the show, but I do remember it was a big deal. Like my
Yeah.
family would watch it. Like it was cool.
It was fun.
What
Okay,
you
I
got,
have a clip
Desiree?
for my next show. So, my next one is like when you didn't have to go to school because it was some kind of a whatever thing, and
Yeah.
so you could watch TV in the morning, or like then after you were done with high school, you could and you didn't have to go to college classes until later in the afternoon or whatever,
Yeah.
and so you could watch morning television. This was the show, Maury Povich.
Yes.
Love
Yeah,
Maury.
that was a good show, man.
Yeah.
That was
Maury was awesome.
I love
Yeah.
Maury. Like,
I do too.
and
That show was great.
dude, and it's not like, and it sucked when it had just a regular talk show people on. Like nobody wants to watch that. I want to see the baby daddies, and I want to
Yes,
see
that was the best part.
I want to see like if I could guess if that's the baby daddy or not.
Yeah.
Or like these weird ass stories about this chick slept with 78 dudes. Let's test them all so we can figure out who the daddy is. And I'm just like, that's a lot of dudes. How do
And
you?
he was kind of an ass, which I liked.
Yeah.
Because he was not like a Dr. Phil who was trying to
No.
help people. He wasn't like Jerry Springer who would try to find common ground. He was just sort of like, watch this disaster. Like he would just set it up and let it deteriorate on screen. Yeah.
Well, and he would have like not only was the paternity thing like that was my favorite too because
That
he'd
was the
come out
favorite.
with he'd have the envelope,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and
It was a big one.
then he'd look at the envelope
it
and
was
take
like this
he'd have
big.
that
Yep.
and then he'd have
Right.
that pause,
I have the results right here.
and then he would look
We're
at
gonna
it and he
find
would
out today.
and he would do the pause and then he'd look at the guy and he'd yell, "You are not the father!" and then
And
the
then they'd,
guy
like,
would
freak out
jump
or
for
whatever.
joy and the
Yeah.
audience would
Which
go
was
nuts.
always weird when the guys would jump for joy.
And then
But
the
some
girl
of the
would always
guys
go off
cry.
stage. Why are they always
Yeah.
going off stage?
Well, they would run in tears,
Yeah, they
Off
would run
stage
in
and down the
tears.
hall.
but they
And,
would
like,
they were
yeah.
bawling, and then they would show Maury like convince them to get back on the
Or he'd
stage. Like,
follow them. He'd follow them down
yeah,
the
he'd follow
hallway.
them. It was a good call, Desiree. I love
Yeah.
that. I didn't get to
Gianna.
see it enough.
And really,
I
an
really didn't.
honorable mention for like the Sally Jester Raphaels and the Ricky Lakes and the
Yeah, I mean all that stuff
Donahues
is okay.
and
And the Oprahs and like
Oprahs.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean
but
talk shows are
Maury-
okay. But
and
Maury's the
Maury-
shit.
Maury would also have like freaks on,
Yeah.
and he would have like teen boot camp and shit like that. Like it was cool.
Oh yeah, well you had the little like that girl Cash Me Outside, how about that? Like she wasn't on Maury, but like she could have been on
She
Maury.
could have been. Yeah,
She could have been a Maury special like that.
He definitely did not have like a concrete moral center like Maury Povich. Like the other ones at least tried to. He was
so
just
he'd be like, so you just be stealing
the
cars and
circus.
stuff? That's all you do? You're out there stealing cars, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good pull.
Well, let's talk about
I like
it's
that.
just I like Maury.
Maury Povich. Connie Chung was his wife, I think.
Yeah,
That's
I think
right.
that still is his wife.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I think so.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my last one was Star Trek, so I'm
Alright.
just going to tack this one on too, and that would be Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Oh, but
Now,
a totally different show.
Totally different show. And the reason why I mention it is because now I'm basically, let me see here. Yeah, I mean, I'm in high school when this thing first comes on. And it comes on, it was cool because they aired it in the afternoon at about 3 or 4 o'clock. So I was home. It was
Wow.
almost like it was catered to people like my age coming home from school. And there it was. And it was such a
Wow,
big
I didn't
deal.
know that.
It was such a big deal when it came out. because of like, it had been so many years since there was another incarnation of anything. Now, like I said, now there's like been 10 Star Trek shows,
Yeah.
but this was the first. And suddenly it was like, okay, this is years later. There's no Captain Kirk. Now we got this very stiff Englishman who's bald and older. And
Yeah.
here's this whole new crew of people and characters, and you don't know the actors and you don't know, what their personalities are. So it
And
was interesting. It was interesting because you're learning that, as it's happening. You're not watching reruns. You're seeing this
Yeah.
new thing, and you're like, do I like it? Do I not like it? And I quickly liked it to where it was like appointment viewing. Like
Yeah.
I had to watch the next one. And it aired from 87 to 94.
Wow, I didn't realize it started that early.
Yeah, 87. So I'm like 16. I'm in high school. And I remember, and I know when I went off to college, I didn't watch it as much as I did when I was in high school, but I would like still try to watch it. You know what I mean? Like I was in college. Like let's
Yeah.
go drink. Like that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're going drinking or you're going to class. It was one or the other. But I did try, like when I was able to watch it, I loved it. And then years later, I went back and I was able to sort of catch up. So I watched it pretty religiously. Like I just thought it was a great show.
It was super well written, and really,
Yeah.
I don't know if you could pick I mean, I'm sure there's one out there. I'm just not thinking of it now, but to pick like either a sequel or a show made in the same universe as the previous or whatever that was that good. Like TNG
Yeah.
could stand on its own. Like even if the original Star Trek never existed, it
Right.
would be a great show. It was a great show, well acted. The special
Yeah.
effects were cool.
Good
Again,
stories,
early
good
computer
writing.
animation, good
Good
writing,
writing.
and really, yeah, is a pillar. It's not in the shadow of the original. It's like
No.
an equal partner in my view, for sure.
Absolutely. Especially for our generation. It was
Yeah,
Star Trek. That was
yeah,
Star Trek.
that was Star Trek.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do just in the interest of time, and also that I just at least want to run through some honorable mentions at the end. So I'm gonna do
Yeah,
my
I got
last
some too.
two together.
Okay.
The first one, and you guys don't have to, but that's incredible, and I'm doing them together because this is sort of like
Yes.
a lot of other shows.
Wait, is it real people?
No, that's incredible, but it was like
No,
real people.
no, I thought that was the other show you were dovetailing it
Oh
with.
yeah, yeah. No, it's like real people, but that's incredible.
Yeah,
But
that was a great show. I remember that one.
and it was a million shows like this. It was a clip show where they would show like a clip of like some guy that could like, breathe underwater, or you could, flip a Volkswagen over or whatever. But so it was basically like, crazy videos of people doing amazing things. And it was like Fran Tarkenton, who is a former NFL quarterback,
Minnesota Vikings.
Minnesota Vikings, Davidson. I don't remember his first Pete. It's not Pete. Something Davidson. And I can't remember her name off the top of my head. But anyway, really great show. And the set was very 70s. The set looked like the Golden Gate
Look at it.
Mall interior when I was a kid, like the mall that was near my house. It was all browns and tans and stuff like that.
Double your pleasure with Double Mint Gum. Double good, double fresh, double delicious.
Double good, double good. Double mint gum. Double your pleasure with Double Mint Gum.
Come into Macy's after Christmas sale and clearance and see our best values for 1983. 20 to 50% off women's sportswear. Men's sale, including famous name men's designer dress shirts, just $12 to $16. Technique's complete audio rack system, if purchased separately, $800, now $499. 33 to 50% off imported J.A. Henkel's high carbon steel open stock cutlery. Our biggest sale now at Macy's after Christmas sale and clearance.
And then last but not least, this guilty pleasure, but
Oh,
this
you
is the original
yes.
Transformers cartoon.
It was on my list.
I loved Shockwave. He's the guy in the background here who's like had the tape cassettes he was the only toy I ever owned in Transformers. My sister got him for me for my birthday. And then Starscream, who was like the F-14 Tomcat I wasn't really as into Megatron and Optimus, but Anyway, great show. Totally stupid.
Yeah,
Just,
no,
you know,
Mike, it's one of mine, and to me, it was the combo of G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, and Transformers.
yeah, good, Matt. Yeah.
Because they went back to back. They aired from 83, 84 to 86, 87.
Oh, wow.
And so yeah, that was a regular. So that's one of mine off my list right there. That I love Transformers and G.I. Joe. They were fantastic every day.
I would agree to put them in the same. Yeah, because I remember watching that both. You know,
they were back to back.
Yeah, back to back.
What do you got, Desiree?
Is this the last one?
I think you might have three more. No, maybe two.
Oh,
you
okay.
could do two or three, and then my next one. I just want to do some honorable mentions real quick.
Okay.
But you do what you want.
Okay. So my next show, this is the only show that in the history of shows for me that I ever specifically set time aside to watch on the night that it came out. Watched all the episodes with friends. Like it was like a watch party. So,
Friends?
no,
Oh,
not
like
friends.
Friends. Okay.
With friends, with
With
other
friends.
friends. So like I would go to my friends, like my friend Leslie had this like she was the first one to like move out on her own out of all of us. So like we always go over to her house and like watch shit.
I have a guess.
What was it?
Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, wow. Nice.
This is a good show. Okay. I like this show. I still watch the show. This is the only show.
Is it still on?
It's
I did
still
not
on.
even
There's like
know
21 or 22 seasons.
Oh my God.
That's got to be like, wow. That's got to be close to a record, man.
And I was like, and every time I'm like, this is gonna start getting stupid. Like this is gonna start getting not good. But it's good still. Like even after Derek died, still good.
Are there any characters? Because I am totally unfamiliar with most of it, but are there any characters that have been through every season? Or is it totally
Ellen
flipped?
Pompeo or Pompano? Is it Pompeo or Pompano?
I don't
I don't
know.
know.
Pompano, I think.
Yeah, Pompano. Well, she's been on every season.
So this is sort of, would you classify this as like an evening soap opera?
A medical drama?
Medical drama, like Singing Elsewhere or
ER.
Or like, yeah. But it's good. Like, honestly, okay. Let me just tell you a little bit about myself here. I don't really have feelings, okay? I don't have those. But for some reason, like when I'm watching like the Downy commercial or something, Waterworks. And I don't know why. It's just, you know what gets me? It's the Entresto commercial when he's like singing to the little baby. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, tomorrow. Anyway, Waterworks. So I never like show like any real emotion. It's a terrible character flaw, but so when I'm watching TV, sometimes this show, I cry every time, every episode. I'm like fucking crying at the end. I'm like, I gotta stop watching this show. I don't even know what's sad right now. It's just the songs or something.
You gotta cry once in a while. Your tear ducts will get all clogged up.
Oh no, I like a good cry, but it's like real life shit doesn't.
Desiree, I'm in the same boat as you. Nothing makes me cry, and then a certain song or like a commercial or something, I get choked up. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? I get it. I totally get it.
Do you remember the movie Fly Away Home?
No, I never heard of it.
Never mind.
Yes, the Jeff
with the girl
Daniels
and the geese, and they fly the geese,
and he flies in the ultralight to try and get the geese to fly home.
Yeah, so there's a song at the end of that show
trying to remember
or that movie that I heard randomly. I was like in the car. I'm like, I don't know what is happening right now. I'm just like bawling and I can't stop. But anyway, Grey's Anatomy.
That's awesome.
A lot of good memories.
Very nice.
Okay, I'm up. And I think I'm down to the last of 10 because I agreed with Mike on the Transformers and G.I. Joe on my list.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm reading this right, I'm down to one. And that show, it aired from 84 to 88, 4 seasons. It aired once a week, Saturday nights, also WPIX out of New York. It was another anthology spooky show called Tales from the Darkside.
Oh, man.
Tales from the Darkside
I gotta see
it was awesome, man. They had, again, big actors. They had cool special effects. It was all horror. I mean, it was pretty much, a supernatural.
And not for little kids.
Not for little kids, because there was like gore. There was like real special effects and monsters, and I just loved it. I loved the opening. I loved the music. I want to go watch them now. Like, I'm excited to watch them. I want to find them somewhere.
It's like
Yeah, no,
similar.
and it's funny. And Tales from the Crypt, I have on my honorable mentions. The only reason why I don't remember, I think it was because I was older when Tales from the Crypt started to come out, and also it was an HBO show. And there were a lot of periods in my 20s where I didn't have cable. And so I would watch Tales from the Crypt when I could, like at my parents' house. But because Tales from the Crypt, that aired from 89 to 96. So the first 4 years I'm in college, and I definitely don't have cable. And then after that, I'm living without. So that's why Tales from the Crypt, I was late to that party. Like I eventually had cable, they had reruns, and I ate it up. But by that point,
watched cable reruns. Yeah.
but by that point, I'm in
TBS.
like my 30s, so that didn't make my list for that reason. But yeah, Tales from the Dark Side, man, it was great stuff. I recommend that show.
Yeah, I'm starring that one because I want to revisit that because I remember enjoying it, and I haven't seen it probably since I first saw it.
When my daughter drew this picture of me with my teeth colored yellow from smoking, I got the message, and I got the Topol Smoker's Tooth Polish.
When smoke from just one cigarette leaves an ugly yellow stain like this, think what smoking a pack a day every day could do to your teeth. Topol Smoker's Tooth Polish helps remove ugly yellow tobacco stains. It brightens smokers' teeth.
Look, Mom, a new picture without yellow teeth.
With results like that, I don't mind spending more for Topol.
Topol Smoker's Tooth Polish and new Topol Gel.
It's Crazy Eddie's greatest Christmas sale ever. Get a new stereo system, video system, home computer, video recorder. Get anything or everything in home entertainment. Crazy Eddie. His prices are insane.
Yeah, it's good shit.
Well,
what do you got, Mike? What's your last one?
Well, I did all my 10 are in, but I'm just gonna quick do honorable mentions, and then also I'm just gonna mention a couple that my wife gave me because I asked her. I was like, what do you remember? These are honorable mentions. I'm not even going to get into them.
I got a couple too.
Johnny Carson, because it was like a big deal if we could stay up late when I was staying at my friend's house or if they were staying over to watch it. A-Team, Police Squad. Police Squad was only 6 episodes, but I watched all of them with my dad. We thought it was hilarious. It's still our sense of humor. Sha-Na-Na. And then later, this was probably the newest show on my entire list, is Freaks and Geeks. I thought that was a great show. And my wife said Little House on the Prairie, Smurfs, Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom, and Grizzly Adams.
Oh, yeah.
She loves Grizzly Adams.
Wow,
and
that's
Electric
cool.
Company and Mr. Rogers.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And she had Star Trek original in there, too.
Cool.
Anyway, that's my whole list. But you guys got to finish yours up.
So these are my last ones. So no one's going to even know what this is. You're never going to have heard of this show ever. I promise. Dr. G, Medical Examiner. Okay.
Yes, she's a coroner.
Yeah, she's a coroner. I think she's still the coroner in LA County. Actually, I think she did Matthew Perry's autopsy.
Wow.
I think I've seen one of these. Yeah.
I've never seen that.
This was on at like 10 p.m. on like the Discovery Channel or like TLC or whatever. When you could still discover stuff on like the Discovery Channel.
Yeah.
So I just thought it was so cool because there'd be like these like, stories about, and then she'd be like doing autopsies. Like you couldn't really see it, but you could like see her putting like a brain in that scale or like, it's crazy.
If your scale only goes up to 3 pounds, it's not good. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah, don't mind a lot of stuff in there.
No.
So what's funny then, so I kind of for a little bit wanted to be a forensic pathologist.
Mm-hmm.
That obviously dream went out the window. But this I think I don't know if they call that a morgue.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they do, but we have the morgue at the hospital, we have all that same shit equipment in there. It's crazy. It just brings me every time I go to the morgue, it always brings me back to like this show. I don't know.
Wow.
Then we got the scale, we got the 3 sinks, we got the table, the metal table with the
lot of stainless steel.
A lot of stainless steel with the
drain in the floor
with the thing that comes out of the ceiling, and you can like the sprayer. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't think we do autopsies, but maybe we do.
Well, I guess they still have to. Maybe they take organs out for people that are donating.
That's
organs.
what I think that they do. Not the organs, but like if it's like connective tissue, I think that's what they do in there. But
wow,
I don't know, I've never really seen. So
I recognize her face. I know I've seen this. Yeah, years ago,
Dr.
not
G,
anytime
medical
recently.
exams.
Probably like in the aughts. I'm not sure when
Yeah.
this was on, but
I don't really know when it was on either, but I just remember it was like maybe like my early high school,
yeah,
like
yeah.
freshman year-ish. Yeah.
Dr.
Yeah,
G Medical. I just got to throw Dr. G Medical Examiner into an honorable mention shout out for Jack Klugman in Quincy.
Yes.
Anybody remember Quincy?
Yes,
Quincy was
man.
great.
Dude, it's still on MeTV. It's a
Oh, that's
crazy
great.
show. It's such
it's
a
awesome.
It's so ahead of its time. Like
Yeah.
it was like the first forensics. It was like one of the first ones that ever even tackled that subject.
Yeah, it was really good. It was really good.
I learned a lot of stuff
What's your
about
next
like
one?
toxicology and stuff.
Jack.
It was really cool. I like
Jack
that show.
Klugman plays a coroner, right? He's the chief medical
He's the
examiner,
chief medical
and then he ends up on like a murder mystery. Like, I mean, it's fantastic. I love it.
He's way more involved in these
Yes.
crime investigations than any
Yes.
coroner would ever be involved.
Absolutely. He's like a superhero. It's great.
So I only have two more, and they like I guess you could say they're honorable mentions. These are later 20s
Okay.
shows. So Big Bang Theory
Yeah.
and Shameless.
Okay.
Never saw Shameless.
I
I've
never
heard
saw
good things
Shameless
about it.
either. I never saw
Oh God,
Shameless.
you gotta watch Shameless. If you like crude shit,
I've heard very good
inappropriate
things about it.
humor.
Yeah, no,
It's
that's
great.
William H. Macy, right?
William H. Macy. Yep.
Yeah.
He's great.
Okay.
He
Yeah,
plays,
he's awesome. He's
He
awesome.
plays Frank so good. Those two shows are the only two shows that my husband and I have been able to watch together and like not hate it or like guess the end or like,
Not
dude, we
have a
can't
good
watch
time.
TV together.
Isn't
We
that
binge.
key though? Like finding something to watch with your significant other that you both like. I mean, their shows are great, whatever they are.
Yeah, like
You know.
well, those are the only couple of we've had
Yeah.
to. But
It's
I
not
mean,
always-
we tried to watch, Making a Murder. Do you know that one that's on Netflix or whatever? Like Making a Murder. I don't know. It
What's
was
that?
like Steven
don't
something.
remember
He like
this.
murdered. Anyway, he Googled the fucking end of it.
Well, you can't.
Like
do
it's only
that.
7 episodes, dude. You can't
No,
just
you
watch it.
can't.
Anyway, so he
Yeah,
did.
you got to just watch
He
it.
tried to make me watch Lost with him because he loves Lost. And about the 4th episode, I guessed the ending.
Yeah.
I'm like, I
Wow.
can't. This is stupid. Like, we can't eat together. We can't watch. Finding a TV show to watch together is like really hard. Usually,
It
we just watch
is.
documentaries because
Yeah, it's hard.
know.
No, it's hard. I think it's hard for everybody.
Yeah, no, we stick with movies. We have not dipped our toe into like watching a show together yet.
well,
There's a couple that are interesting, that we've thought about, but we kind of I like the movie thing because it doesn't become like an every night habit because we don't watch a movie every night. So
Mhm.
instead of just sitting in front of the screen binge watching a show, we're doing other shit. Like we're hanging out, we're reading, I'm playing my guitar, she's doing something that she wants to do, some art or whatever. But there's shows that are tempting. Like we're both like, oh, this whole thing, this Jeffrey Dahmer show, it's supposed to be great on Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh, we should watch it. And I'm like, yeah, but then we're going to become the people that watch TV every night. Do you want to do that? Like, is that what we're doing?
but no, because you can just watch it all.
Well, right. And then you're binge watching it.
Well, that's what we did with Shameless. Like we watched like 8 seasons in one sitting, and it was terrible. But it was like a
Yeah,
3-day.
I don't know if I want to do that.
It was a whole weekend. It was like a pizza.
See, a
hot
movie,
boxes piling up.
a
Yeah.
movie is like at longest it's 2.5, 3 hours, and most movies are under 2. So it's like you break out the popcorn and the candy, watch a movie, and then
It's
that's
long
it.
enough, but it's
We
not.
can't even do movies because he likes all this stuff that you guys like the Star Treks, the Spocks, the whatever they're Star Wars, the fucking galaxy shit, sci-fi stuff. I'm not. That's not me.
How about
Phineas and Ferb?
I got Dana
That's
to
how I
watch
do.
horror movies, so victory.
He's not gonna watch horror movies because he's like he can't even watch like a dog's leg get broken and not freak out.
Oh wow.
Like
yeah.
I like funny, stupid, like funny ass shit. Not just I don't know. I don't know. I don't even really like movies to be honest. So yeah, we can't watch movies together. I don't know what we do. Look at each other, I guess.
It's yeah, I mean it's hard to watch. It's hard to fake liking a movie.
Yeah,
if you
because
don't
I'll
like-
fall asleep.
Yeah.
That's the other problem is he wants to like lay in bed and watch. I have sleep hygiene. I have good sleep hygiene.
Yeah,
That's
you
what they
don't want to
call
get
it.
in bed to watch TV.
When I get in bed, I could be mid-sentence sleep. Like I'm
Yeah.
not, I can't stay up and
It's
watch
good to
TV in
protect
bed.
that too. It's good to protect that.
Yeah, it's healthy.
Yeah.
Live with The Love Boat. Comedy, romance, and exotic ports of call. The Love Boat. Weeknights at 6 on 11 Alive.
Festive. Sparkling. Traditional. The people who bring you Reynolds Wrap wish you and yours all the joy of the holiday season. Happy holidays from Reynolds Wrap.
All right. Well, just to wrap things up, I mean, people who are seeing this and they see a TV episode and we don't mention some of the best shows ever, like The Sopranos or Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones, it's because our criteria was to keep it in our youth, our younger days, and all those shows were pretty much out when we were in our 30s or even 40s.
My 20s. Those are my 20s.
So
I didn't watch them.
You didn't watch them.
I didn't
They're
watch
really
them.
they're really good. Honorable mentions for me. This first aired in 1997, so it's my late 20s, and we did seek it out and make sure we watch it, and that was South Park.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, South Park.
The only reason I didn't include it is because it's the very end of my 20s, and I really got more into it as the seasons went on. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I really started to dig it.
Not every episode is good, but there are some that are just
There's
so
some
funny.
that are so good though.
When that was new, I remember being like I would watch it and like I'd look over my shoulder because I'm like, there's no way this is okay. Like there's no way they're allowing this on the television.
Right, it was awesome. Totally. Another show that gets honorable mention just because it was always on. Like I don't look back on it with like this, oh, I used to love that show, but I know I watched it a lot, and that show was Happy Days.
Mm.
Happy Days in syndication.
Preach. Yeah.
Every day. It
I've
was
seen
on
every-
at some
I've seen
every day.
episode.
Yep. Absolutely.
I mean,
Another
the
one.
Fonz was just great, man.
Yeah, the Fonz was great, and you kind of rooted for Richie, and even like Richie's parents, I thought were cool. Like, I mean, like,
Mr. and Mrs. C.
yeah, you know, I mean, I just liked the show. I hated Potsy and Ralph. I didn't understand, you know, but
Milk and Pepsi. I still don't understand that.
Yeah.
yeah, no, I don't get that either.
Pepsi sucks, but milk sucks too.
Another honorable mention, you know, it only ran for 3 seasons, and I liked it a lot, so I watched most of the episodes, and I watched the finale. Was a show called Friday the 13th, the series.
Wow. I didn't even know they made a series of that.
Oh, it was a great premise, man. It was about this guy who owned an antique shop, and he was cursed, and so everything in the shop that he sold that went off to someplace was a cursed object that this group of people had to go get and bring back to the antique shop. And each one had like a supernatural power or attachment to it. So it was like an anthology series,
Yeah.
but with an overarching story. It's really good. I mean, it's only 3 seasons.
I'm making a note.
And that aired from 87 to 90. Yeah, there's so many others. So I think that's cool. I think that's all I got for honorable mentions. I
Well,
mean, I
one
could say
thing-
I can get into Columbo and shit like that, but I mean,
Yeah. But remember the criteria too was like stuff that we watched a lot of. Like stuff
That we- yeah.
saw like every episode of.
yeah, and you like sought it out, or you watched it in syndication, and to the point where that was pretty much what we're looking for.
One thing, just to throw this out there, because when I was talking to Zeus earlier, I was like, "Hey man, why don't you shoot a video over like what your top 10 is?" So if he does that, I'll tack that on to the end here.
Well, what he did do, Mike, I don't know if you saw, was he texted it to us. So I don't know whether that means he thinks we're going to read it on the air. Just read his list. I can do that if we want to do that.
That's
Are they in the same step that you guys had?
Let me see. All right, so Zeus, we're going to give you a shout out as we wrap up this episode. Let me see here. Okay, Zeus says Greatest American Hero, which was a good show.
That was a good one. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. Yeah.
Another one called Voyagers, which I remember. I don't remember being that into it.
Was that Star Trek Voyagers?
No, it was just called Voyagers. It was
I
like
don't
these
remember
time
that one.
travel thing. It was like a guy and a kid, and I think they traveled through time and stuff.
Okay.
Star Trek: The Next Generation, something called Firefly.
Yes, that's good. Yeah.
He's got MASH on here. That was always on. I'll give him
great.
that.
Yeah.
Something called Dark Angel. I think that's about the vampire.
Yep.
Married with Children. That was big.
That's a good pull.
That was a good pull. He's got
I can see little Zeus watching that and liking it too, or younger Zeus. Yeah,
absolutely. X-Files. He's also got Millennium, was the spin-off of the X-Files, if I'm correct.
Yeah, Lance Henriksen. His character was named Jack Black. That was a great show.
Was Terry O'Quinn in that too?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think so too. And then he's also got, and it's funny, he's got Moonlighting on here with Bruce Willis and Sybil Shepherd. Yeah,
I did watch that.
I did watch it too. I don't know if I tuned in every week, but I did watch it.
Not that I understood a lot of it.
Yeah, no, something was going on with those two.
Yeah, that was a good show.
All right, guys. I think it's like 11:30, man. We went 30 minutes over our normal time. So thank you for tuning in. We'll see you all next week.
I'm gonna go ahead and hit record here. No, okay. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
LG's one low price policy has made us one of the largest TV and major appliance dealers in New York. But did you know LD has one of the biggest selections of GE small appliances and audio products in the country? GE toasters, irons and mixers, GE's new space maker, can openers and coffee makers, GE hair dryers, radios, telephones, and more. All at LD's famous low, low prices.
This is a Group W station. Westinghouse Broadcasting, WJZ-TV, Channel 13 in Baltimore. WJZ-TV is owned and operated by Westinghouse Broadcasting Company, Incorporated, in Maryland, with studios and transmitter facilities located at Television Hill in Baltimore, operating on Channel 13 by authority of the Federal Communications Commission. The programs broadcast by this station may not be used for any other purpose except exhibition at the time of their broadcast on receivers of the type ordinarily used for home reception in places where no admission, cover, and mechanical operation charges are made. The staff of WJZ-TV now bids you a pleasant good night.